and welcome to Info Dump, the podcast where we talk about whatever the hell we like, whenever the hell we want. I'm Ash, your host today, and this is my nameless off-screen co-host. Say hi.
Hello, I am real, just to make that known.
Yeah, I'm not talking to the wall. We just take privacy very seriously here.
I keep on feeling like this wall is gonna fall, like like you know. I feel like it's a fake wall, and I'm scared like when I lean on it, it's just gonna like.
As long as I don't lean on the wall behind me, it's gonna be like Wile E. Coyote. Lean on the wall, and then it wait a beat, and then I just collapse over.
Oh, rest in peace. The short-lived podcast. Oh god, the chair.
Did you actually fall over?
I moved and then the chair like went forward. And I nearly fell like forward onto the microphone then.
That would be bad, don't break.
Well, a great way to start the podcast.
So let's get to the show on the road.
Yeah. So
let's start. What do you want to ask me? What do you think the world needs to know?
Well, maybe why have you what's inspired you to make this podcast?
I love podcasts.
Which ones have you listened to? I know a few of them.
Can we name drop them? I think we can probably name drop them.
I don't think we'd get sued.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Promotion, free promotion.
free promotional. But mainly I like audio dramas, so that's going to be stuff like obviously the Magnus Archives, it's a big one. A sequel to Magnus Protocol. I love Welcome to Night Vale, but also a couple sort of lesser known ones like The Hotel and The Theater of Tomorrow. Shout out Mark Whitten. Brilliant voice actor. But yeah, I also listen to some more, I guess, usual non-fiction podcasts. Like the Haunted Objects podcast by Greg and Dana Newkirk. It's a very good one, which I actually look a bit like Dana Newkirk, which is kind of funny. We're both sort of goth and witchy and the straight black hair.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, they're really good.
Maybe I'll
they're icons.
Maybe I'll put it in my locker and I'll open it and tell the difference between these two people.
Yeah.
If you get it wrong, I get an A in my exam. I've listened to one podcast, The Antique Shop, if I remember it correctly. I haven't finished it yet.
Fiction or non-fiction?
It's fiction.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, I think I've heard of it. I think I have.
Yeah, it's based in Scotland. It is. Yeah.
Scottish.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the main character, she's got a pretty heavy Scottish accent, if I remember correctly.
I wish I could do a Scottish accent, but sadly I'm absolutely terrible.
No, I tried to do an accent once, and apparently I sounded Indian. I don't know how I managed that, but I don't know.
I can do a couple accents, but very, very, I can't do them consistently. Sometimes I can do Australian, sometimes I can do Russian, sometimes I can do British. I can sort of do a British accent. It's sort of a nondescript accent, but I digress.
I find accents so interesting, though. I feel like I don't have one, but I guess maybe if I go somewhere else, then it might sound like I have one. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Accents are a strange thing. Some animals have accents.
Oh yeah, because don't I could be wrong, or don't
I'm pretty sure cows have accents.
Yeah, do horses or orcas have accents?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I feel like
speaking of orcas,
that might
and
be
I
wrong.
know we're sort of doing the namesake of this podcast where we're doing the autism galaxy brain, but orcas have trends.
Yeah, I've seen that. They have the salmon with the hat.
Yeah, they wear salmon on their heads, and they haven't done it in bonkers years, but they've started doing it again recently.
Yeah. Have you heard those killer orcas which have gone around killing sharks, getting their liver out or something?
I haven't heard of that one.
I feel like that's real. I don't know. Sometimes when I feel like I remember stuff, I'm like, don't quote me on that because that might have just been in a dream of mine. Don't quote me on that, please. I don't mean to sound insane.
Yeah, I mean, my dreams tend to be super mundane.
I had a really weird dream last night, and now I'm saying it and I don't remember what it was.
Most of my dreams are like my debit card declines at the shop, and that's the extent of it. It's just like a series of slightly marginally annoying occurrences. But do you have any particular questions that you want to ask me about?
Well,
all this.
Yeah, I have to say your makeup's really nice today.
Thank you.
Do any inspirations?
Morticia Addams.
Oh yeah. I need to watch the series.
Yeah, generally
Addams Family.
Yeah, I like the movies best, but I've also watched the original '60s TV series. I love it so much.
I think I've seen one of the movies. I know what happens in, but I don't know which one it was. It might have been the old '60s one where the uncle goes to the house, and then a lady comes and tries to marry him, but then tries to kill him at the same time because she's killed previous husbands. Something like that. I feel like.
I feel like
I'm not
there
sure.
may have been a few occurrences like that.
Maybe that's not specific
enough.
enough.
The Addams are.
We love them for that.
Other than Morticia, my general makeup style is often inspired by Susie Sue, of Susie and the Banshees fame. Just goth icon. There are other goth icons, makeup icons, like Elvira, even some of the goth men to an extent, Sean Brennan, for example.
Yeah.
Lead singer of my favorite goth band, London After Midnight. His makeup is impeccable. And he's got the sort of wild blonde hair.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Also, one of the reasons I love that band so much is because a lot of goth bands tend to be a little more apolitical, so they talk about bats and love more than politics. But Sean Brennan is just not like that. Drawing very much on goth's punk roots.
Yeah. So how did you find the goth roots, or what inspired you to really dig deeper?
My mom was a goth back in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
So it's a family thing. A lot of my family are alternative, or my sister's grunge. I'm a triple threat, goth, metalhead, and punk. So currently I'm mostly goth because I am obsessed with the Addamses, and I love Robert Smith.
Does that mean your family has a lot of nice hand-me-downs, good quality?
Oh yeah. The coat that I was wearing today, I've got the nice it's a dark purple corduroy jacket, and that was from my aunt. I've got a huge long leather coat that was also from my aunt, that she got because she enjoyed the movie The Crow, 1994. And it's now my favorite movie. Funnily enough. Time is a flat circle, what can I say?
So do you go a lot on Vinted or whatnot? Or...
Yes, actually, I haven't used it extensively, but what I did get on Vinted was the denim jacket base for my battle jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Which, anyone who doesn't know, a battle jacket is a traditional piece of punk clothing where you chop up a denim jacket, put a bunch of patches on it, call it a day.
I'm pretty sure you've shown a bit of the work in progress in that.
Yeah, I haven't actually done any sewing yet because I can't be bothered. But, yeah.
I've got some old patch. I don't know if it would match it, but...
Yeah, I do. I make patches generally.
How do you do that?
I have two little methods of doing it, but the best one that I've come across is, so use your laptop or your iPad or what have you as a light box, flip your image around, use chalk or a chalky colored pencil to trace the design, color it in, and then you flip your tracing paper or whatever around and press it really hard into the fabric so that it transfers. Generally, I like to prep the fabric beforehand. I'll paint it black. So press it in, and then you have the design. Paint over that design, seal the patch, and there you go. That's your patch.
Wow, that's so cool.
The other method is similar, but you don't reverse it. You put masking tape over. You draw your design, take your tape off, stick it down, and then use it. I use a box cutter because I don't have a craft knife to cut it out, and that's probably why I can't get anything detailed. But primarily, I use the first technique because the box cutter technique is a bit clunky. But I did paint a black flag patch with that technique.
Oh wow!
Because their logo is literally just 4 rectangles.
That's handy.
Yeah, which is also why I actually, that's why I started listening to Black Flag. Because their logo, 1, because they're iconic, and 2, because their logo is so easy. Maybe that reduces my punk cred, but they're a good band. And that's not, I don't dislike their music.
I mean, sorry for interrupting.
They're just so good. I need to listen to them more.
I mean, I can't say anything because I don't listen to any punk or rock
You
bands,
should.
so yeah, I should have a list
I can highly recommend the Dead Kennedys.
Things to do my summer holidays.
Listen to some classic punk.
Like punk road trip. Go a little van, we'll paint it black.
Yeah, but
So that was just a bang then.
Yeah.
We're being robbed. We're being robbed. Anyways, well, talking about not trying to be robbed, how's your volunteering going? Because I've heard you started volunteering.
Yeah, I'm volunteering up at Denby's Itigwyr. It's going really well. Everyone there is really nice, and I do most of my shopping there now.
Oh wow!
Because it's really good.
What do they sell there?
All sorts of stuff. They sell candy. They sell things like rice, flour, beans and pulses and stuff like that. They sell cake. They sell some garden stuff. I get my bird seed there because I'm feeding the crows.
Have a little army of murders. That's what
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
my little murder. But they haven't been coming recently since we've had a bit of a fiasco with a mama cat bringing her litter of kittens into our yard, which is now thankfully resolved. The kitties are just fine. We got someone from an animal rescue to come over.
Oh, that's good.
They're so cute. I didn't want to see them go, but
they need to go to somewhere a better place.
Yeah. Hopefully,
is it somewhere where they're cared for?
Hopefully, they'll be adopted, and they're too cute not to be. So
I feel like me saying they should go off to a better place kind of sounds like no,
they're just fine.
Not like that.
They're in perfect health.
Because when I was going, because I had work today, so I was going back home from work before coming here, and drove up to my mum drove us up to the house, and one of our cats was just outside. She's not supposed to be outside in the front, and we were like, oh my gosh, just what are you doing out here? So we tried to just go up to her nicely and pick her up, but she was looking at us like we were the plague. Anyway,
cats are like that.
So but the thing is, later on, so we went inside. Our cat went round. She came back inside and then acted like she loved us. She was so happy, tail up in the air, begging for food. She didn't look at us like we were monsters or had the Black Death or something like that. I was just what do we do?
We're gonna need to cover the Black Death at some point on this podcast. Just go a deep dive into the history because it's very interesting.
Yeah, I remember when I was in year 8, one of our topics in history was the Black Death, and we had to design a poster for it. No, that was Jack the Ripper. We had to design a poster for. Oh. Have you heard? Apparently, some person was saying how they found found out who Jack the Killer could have been. I don't...
Jack the Killer.
Jack the Ripper, sorry!
I think you're
Sorry! Jack the Ripper.
But
there's so many Jacks, you can't blame me.
There are so many people who say they solved it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very interesting though.
I think there's a lot of people named Jack. I can't believe I got that mixed up.
A pseudonym, maybe.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that.
We're not turning into a true crime. We're not turning into a true crime podcast.
No.
We don't like those here.
No.
I'm not doing that. I stick to the different kind of horror podcast, the type where Jonathan Sims is being chased by a dozen different monsters because he had the misfortune of being promoted.
I think I'd rather be able to sleep at night instead of talking about true horror. Not true horror. What's it called again?
True crime.
True crime. Thank you. True crime.
Yeah,
I can't sleep at night after like listening to stories like that.
Ugh.
But I'd rather listen to the podcasts.
Yeah,
with John.
I'd prefer.
It's like the Johns and Johns.
My lovely vegan, my vegan horror podcast that don't actually involve any real death.
I thought you were going to say like the vegan teacher's got a podcast, the horror podcast. I was like, well, I didn't hear about this.
But my guilt-free, funny little guy podcast.
Mm.
So.
Oh, what's it called? Denby and Bloom flower.
I have no idea. I think that question was something to do with my volunteering, but I actually can't remember what I did for it. Because I've got the memory of a flea.
Because, like, I know, don't they have, like, signs in front of the towns where it's just, like, you know, we won, like, best, like, flower bloom thing, like, in this year.
Yeah,
it's, like, a boasting thing.
I might have done that, but I can't remember because I don't even have the memory of, like, a particularly smart flea. Just, like...
I forgot what a flea was,
a high school dropout flea. My memory is terrible. And
I thought we talked about Fleabag then. It was like, it took me a minute to realise, oh wait, no, we're actually talking about like the animal flea.
Which, that's what I get for having autism and ADHD.
Perfect duo.
It's the... And I might even have dyslexia, I've got no idea. But I won't get diagnosed because I can spell.
Oh, I had to go I got diagnosed with dyslexia when I was in primary. When I was quite young, so...
Everything I've seen about dyslexia, I'm like, yep, that's me, except for the spelling thing. Because before I even came to the UK, I had a special interest in spelling. I've always loved words, but I was obsessed with spelling words correctly.
Mm.
Which is probably why I'm so good at it.
Yeah.
Because I was obsessed with acing every single spelling test.
Because, I know, have you done, the colour filters on, paper?
I've tried them, they don't really work on me.
Oh.
I think it's just sort of I don't know if I've got dyslexia. I certainly wouldn't be diagnosed with it. But I guess, it's possible.
Because I know, someone that I know of, they use, blue, paper or colour filter. They haven't been diagnosed with dyslexia, but they just find that it helps the words from, doing weird stuff. As long as it's split up into small enough paragraphs, I can read it. But it's when it's got big paragraphs that the words start... Do you see, rivers, in the words? That's what I see.
No, but sometimes the sentences change their order behind my back, so I have to reread the entire section because, I'm like, wait, where did this come from? Have I skipped one?
I do that as well. Is this, turning into a, diagnosing dyslexia thing. I can't officially diagnose you, I'm sorry about that, but...
We're witnessing my live dyslexia diagnosis, guys. I certainly would not be diagnosed, but I'm not even diagnosed with ADHD, but I definitely have it.
Yeah.
It's just because the waiting lists are like 7 years long.
Oh gosh, I mean, I was lucky with my diagnosis that I was on the waiting list, and then for like one of my diagnoses, I won't get into it, but I was on a waiting list, but then we'll call like we've like, you know, got this one, so these people that can do it online for you, the wait will be like way quicker, do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, screw it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then so it was like really quick, but I've been really lucky, to be fair. Which...
I don't even think I will like try to get diagnoses, because just...
I mean, I guess it...
They won't help me now. I'm not in school anymore.
Yeah, I guess it depends if you want to go on...
I'm a grown adult.
I guess it depends if you want to go on medication or not, because you need a diagnosis for that, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
And there's a waiting list for that as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was considering it, because I've got... I had this thing... Well, I still kind of do, but it's getting fixed now, where I just felt tired all the time. And... I was like, oh, if this is ADHD, then I'm absolutely screwed, because I'm never going to be able to get a diagnosis, and I won't be able to get medication for it. But I had a blood test, and it turns out I was woefully deficient in folic acid. So,
I've had that once.
I'm on a little vitamin for it now, and it's getting better.
Yeah, they're so like small, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it is a lot. It is a lot of folic acid. So it's basically just I probably have just a problem absorbing it.
Because I know I didn't have it like as bad as you, because it was only like tinsy for me. They were like, okay, we'll just put you just a bit on it too.
Yeah, mine was really big. But the funny thing is, I had this problem for ages, and I went to, when I was actually a kid, I went to a pediatrician for it. You know what he said? He said I should read a book on stoicism written by a magician.
I don't have the words for that.
We all love the medical system.
So, like, was that here or like in a...
Here, yeah, that was here.
Oh
that
my gosh.
That wasn't in America. America's medical system is equally screwed. Probably more so, actually. But...
Sorry, I just had an Aurora watch, Amber Alert, possible Aurora. But, like, I don't think we're going to see one when it's, like, daytime, unfortunately.
Yeah. When I lived in Alaska, the Aurora Borealis was amazing.
What was it?
Yeah, because obviously we're, like, right up by the Arctic Circle.
Because, like, wasn't there, like, that one event where, like, people could, like, see the Aurora Borealis, however you pronounce it, like, around here? Like, I was asleep when that happened, and then I woke up and saw a bunch of people posting about it online. I was like, oh, gosh, damn it!
Here it was, like, a vague green glow, which is cool, but, like, when it's the actual ribbons dancing across the sky, like you can see in Alaska, that is amazing.
That's, like, on my bucket list. Like, something I want to see.
Yeah, it is amazing. Also, all of the wildlife up there.
This is probably going to sound stupid, but do they have moose in Alaska?
Yes,
Okay.
So many moose. So many moose that it's a problem. I lived on a military base.
Oh, wow.
And they just sort of wander around the streets. I dislike them more than I dislike the bears, because, like, the bears didn't tend to come on post. Well, the black bears did, but brown bears stayed away. They sort of lurked around the edges. But the moose have no sense of personal, like, space. They just sort of, you'd get them just walking down the street. we got bears and cubs going past our garden sometimes.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Yeah, the thing about moose is, have you ever seen people run over a deer?
No.
Well, it's bad for the deer, and slightly bad for your car, but not too bad for your car. Now, moose are taller than a person.
Is there like a brick wall? kind of.
If you hit a moose, it's going through your windshield.
Seriously?
So many people die getting moose through their windshields. And it's bad for everyone, seriously.
Oh,
Which is why we don't drive in the winter. It's just bad anyway, driving in the snow. But it is funny here, because, like, the UK is way more melodramatic about snow than America is. Like, we could get a couple inches of snow in Alaska, and it would be still like, okay, go to school. But here it's like less than a centimeter, and it's like, shut it all down.
We're not going to school.
We're having a national emergency.
Because I remember one time when I was younger, it like snowed, and me and my sister, we were like upstairs, like watching kids going to school, but being really quiet because we managed to convince one of our parents that school was closed because of the snow. So we were just like watching the kids walking past and be like, do not say a word, do not move. We don't want to hear like our parents like hear creaking and then looking outside and then see the kids and then like get to school. It's like we had the day off though.
I never had that problem because I never skipped school.
I skipped school a lot. As in like I didn't walk out of school, I just refused to go in. But I did sometimes walk out of school. I didn't get in trouble for it. Don't do that. Don't do what I did.
I'm out of school now. I'm free.
I'm still in school. I still got a year to go.
Sucker.
And then I'm going to uni.
Ooh,
like,
I'm never going to uni. It's too expensive, and I don't think I'll learn anything.
Because like I kind of have to go to uni because what I want to do, you need a degree for it, which is annoying.
What do you want to do?
Biomedical.
Ooh.
So, because the thing is, with biomedical science, if I'm correct, like social work, it's a protected degree in the UK. So, for like social work and biomedical science, you need to have a degree in that, like, the degree has to say like social work or biomedical science, and then it needs to be accredited. So, some unis offer an accredited course to do biomedical science, which is only like 56 in the UK. Surprisingly, at the moment, I think it's only like one Russell group is accredited for biomedical science, which is Queen's Belfast. So, because the thing is, say if you don't do an accredited course for like biomedical science, you have to do top-up modules at an accredited university anyway. So it's just like, I'm going to go to an accredited university because there's like no point going to like, you know, a university which isn't accredited if I'm going to end up in like an accredited one anyway. So,
you know, I think for other episodes of this podcast, we will be having themes, so we won't just have to riff like this. But it's sort of just nice, soothing talking into a microphone. Like, we're going to force you all to hear about our problems.
I mean, I just kind of got told about this today and I was like, I have not prepared whatsoever. Okay. I was on the floor with a bunch of like tangled jewellery and chains trying to untangle it, and I was like, sure, I'll give it a try, you know, only once.
This is our pilot. This is like the least representative pilot of the show we are going to make.
But because we're doing this with Stand North Wales, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, should we say anything about them, or are we gatekeeping them? You may not know.
Yeah, they're great.
It's on this piece of paper, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's two sides on this. It's double-sided, I didn't know. Oh my gosh.
But I think the plan for this podcast is we're going to just pick a different topic every time.
And try and stay to it.
Just try to stick to it and just info dump about it. So, like history, biology.
Don't talk to me about biology. Sorry, I had an exam.
Maybe we can do maybe we can do an episode on whale falls, because I'm really into whale falls right now.
I'm gonna be honest, I only know the word Wales Falls. Are we talking about like the country or like actual
Whale falls? They are. It's a biological event where a whale dies, sinks to the bottom of the sea, and is fed on by all sorts of bottom feeders like giant isopods and hagfish and sleeper sharks and stuff like that.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were gonna say how the whale dies, goes up onto the shore, and then how it kind of like then explodes.
No, they do the opposite. They fall. They fall to the ocean floor, and I'm unreasonably mad about it because the Victorians did hunted a lot of whales, and so the frequency of whale falls is a lot less now. Like maybe was it 6 times less, possibly.
Because didn't the Victorians do that with mummies as well and made mummy brown the paint?
Yeah,
and then
they H ground up mummies.
Ugh.
I know a song about it. It's called Mummy Dust.
Oh my gosh. I did a project thing when I was doing my Welsh back, and one of the questions at the very end was did you know they used to turn mummies into paint? Yes or no?
This is why mummies are so rare. Because all the Victorians ate them.
I can't believe somebody...
They thought it had medicinal properties. They didn't just, use it as a spice.
John, we've run out of mummy spice. Run and get some more for me, would you? I'm trying to think of, Victorian names, so I'm just trying to think of Jane Eyre. I was names of Jane Eyre. John Reed?
I think just everyone in history is just called, John. Like Jonathan.
John. I think we should all change our names.
Shout out Jonathan Harker.
What if we, change all our names to John and we'll have... the battle, with Josh? There's, a bunch of Joshes we're going to get together. Yeah, we'll do that, but with John.
Yeah, isn't that just, what the Magnus Archives is about? Just a bunch of Johns and a bunch of Michaels all put in... terrible situations.
Yeah, it's a cursed name in there. It's if you want to have your child have a bad life, I'm going to name you John.
I'll name him Michael. Okay, feed him to the spiral. We're not turning this into a Magnus Archives fan podcast.
No,
but I wish we could.
I've only watched 4 and a bit episodes. I've been busy, so yeah. One of these questions, I'm pretty sure it says... Oh, I've lost it. Hold on. It says here, it's what have you enjoyed so far? But I thought it says, what have you what hate you enjoyed so far? And I'm what do you mean?
What hatreds do I enjoy?
Yeah, what hatreds do you...
I enjoy hating on awful politicians. I enjoy hating on Marvel movies. No offense. I enjoy hating on various things. But what have I enjoyed so far? About what? Life?
Depends where it's... Hold on, I've already lost it.
I'm assuming it means volunteering.
Oh, yeah. But
I've enjoyed all of it. It's
good.
It's a fun challenge. It's fun building up skills, making new friends. And I get free stuff out of it sometimes.
That's good.
At Itigwir, I get a free piece of cake every day.
Oh, different slices, different...
just anything they have in, I can pick a slice of cake and have it.
Oh, that's actually really
And I also
good.
get a 10% staff discount.
Can I come with you one day? I was just
I can get you some chocolates as a gift.
Oh yeah, or we can go
I sent my sister off to university 4 weeks ago.
In a box. Put it in a box.
With literally half a kilogram of chocolates because exams are hard and she loves having snacks while she studies.
What is uni life for her
A lot different from other people's, I think, because she doesn't drink.
Oh yeah.
So she's in a few clubs. She's in a D&D club. She's in a band. She's in the Fantasy and Sci-Fi Society, which RIP is not continuing next year. They don't have enough people. Boo-hoo.
Oh, that's sad.
But yeah, a lot of the things she does is just scour record stores for Nirvana vinyl and play Xenoblade Chronicles. Shout out Xenoblade Chronicles.
I think, like, we've answered everything on this card. I'm pretty sure
Does that mean does that mean we're done, or does that mean we just will continue riffing?
I don't know. I mean, we think we managed to complete something. We managed to complete something.
Woo!
I think that gives us a round of applause for that. But
yeah, can we edit that in? Jazz hands.
We actually managed to complete the task.
Jazz hands into the camera.
Oh, I've never done anything like this before.
Yeah, I've never done a podcast. I don't know if this makes me podcast trash or what, but hopefully this is not going to be like the stupid podcast where a nerd talks about finance.
I don't know anything about finance, to be fair.
I don't know anything about finance either, and I don't want to learn.
Oh. I think I kind of
Stock market, schmarkets.
I think I kind of have to learn about finances when I go to uni, you know?
Who cares?
Just like live in the university's attic for free housing.
Sneak in.
Yeah, sneak in and get an education.
Isn't that what Victor Arcane did?
Did he?
Yeah, he just, like, bought a uniform and, like, just started in classes until Heimerdinger noticed.
Good on him. But...
So, I think we can probably wrap this up now, because if we go on any longer, we're gonna... Ollie's gonna be knocking on our door.
Get out! Get out now!
Guess we should close this off.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, even though
Thank you, nameless co-host. My name's Ash, and this has been Info Dump.